Hello dear students, good morning and welcome back to my today's English video class. Students, I am going to take the another poem of your class 10th English textbook First Flight, and that is Amanda, which has been written by the poetess Robin Klein. If we talk about the poetess Robin Klein, she is an Australian author of books for children. She writes children's and young adult fiction. If we talk about some of her notable works, they are Hating Alison Ashley, People Might Hear You, etc. Now let's go through the introduction part of this poem. In this poem, Robin Klein, the poetess, has expressed the views of a little girl, Amanda. Who is Amanda? Amanda, as you can see in the title, your title is also Amanda of this poem. So Amanda is a name of a little girl who is constantly pointed out by her mother for making mistakes for all sort of works, whatever she does. Okay? Mistakes which she considers so as they are not part of the code of good conduct, okay, laid out by the society in which we live. It focuses on the struggle which a child is facing. Okay, if you read this poem, you find that this poem focuses on the struggle which a child is facing. In what way? We'll try to find it out when we'll go for the summary or the explanation of this poem. The poetess makes the important point that the children should never be deprived of their freedom. Okay, बच्चे कभी भी स्वतंत्रता से वंचित नहीं होने चाहिए. So what the poet wants to convey to us, we'll go through all that. Okay, but before that, let's see some of the selected keywords of this poem. So the first word is hunch, which means bend. Bend means jhukna. If we take the next word, that is slouching. Slouching means sitting in a lazy way. Okay, putting down your shoulders and sitting in a lazy way, that is all called slouching. The next word is languid, which means relaxed. Emerald. What is emerald? Here it means green color. Okay. Drifting. Drifting means carried slowly by the water or moving slowly by the water. That is what drifting. Blissfully, which means happily. The next word is Rapunzel. What do you mean by Rapunzel? Rapunzel is a name of a character. Okay, it's a girl in the fairy tale. The last word of this poem is tranquil, which means calm and quiet, shant or sthir. Okay, so these all have been some of the keywords of this poem. Now let's move ahead and go through the explanation part. Students, let's take the first stanza and try to understand that how a little girl named Amanda is nagged by her mother by reminding and asking of number of things, okay, a lot of things by her mother. Her mother says in the first stanza what the poetess says, like, don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. Okay, let's try to understand what she says. Here the Amanda is being asked not to cut nails, okay, as she is cutting her nails. That is a bad habit. So for that she is asked by her mother. Then her mother says, don't hunch your shoulders, okay, don't sit in a lazy way, don't let your shoulders be down, okay, sit up straight, Amanda, sit properly, don't sit like a lazy guy. And at last it is written Amanda. Okay, what is Amanda? The last word says that how frustrated and irritated her mother is. So this was the first stanza. To this, what Amanda responds, what she imagines, that is there in the second stanza. When you read this stanza, you find that here it is written, there is a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting blissfully. Let's try to find out. Here we observe in this stanza that Amanda imagines herself to be the sole inhabitant. What is sole inhabitant? Sole resident, the real resident of a languid emerald sea. Okay, she tells herself that she is the resident of a relaxed, calm and wide, colorful green ocean. Okay, there she is as a mermaid. And what is mermaid? Mermaid is a creature who is from the top is like a human and from the bottom is like a fish. So there she is as in the form of mermaid, okay, drifting blissfully, which means what? That she says that I am being carried slowly by the current of water, okay, blissfully, in happyful state I am. Now let's go through the third stanza and let's have a look what Amanda's mother asks. She says, did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. Okay, so when you read this stanza, what do you find, students? You find that once again Amanda's mother is asking for something and she is being asked whether she has completed her homework or not. whether she has tidied up her room or not, okay, or as she has been told earlier to clean her shoes, so whether she has cleaned her shoes or not. So what do we find? That for all sort of works, whatever she is doing is being asked and made the confirmation of all these things by her mother. Okay, now let's take the another stanza. Students, you saw in the previous stanza that how Amanda's mother is asking number of questions from Amanda. At the same time, she is also reminded of her homework being done or not. So with the same, while Amanda is listening to her mother, what Amanda imagines? She imagines what she says: I am an orphan roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. What Amanda's mean to this? She means to say, like, how nice it would be if she would have been an orphan. If she would have been without her parents, she would have roamed in the street. Okay, she would have been roaming in the street without any obstruction, without any of the same. She further says, I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. Okay, she means to say that if she would have been free, she would have drawn designs on soft dust with her uncovered feet very quietly. As Amanda is so much fed up with her mother's instruction, that's why she further says, the silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. What does it mean? It means that she prefers silence and always to be free. Okay, she says that silence is very essential and crucial for her, as well as the freedom matters a lot to her. When we go through the fifth stanza, we again find that Amanda is disallowed for doing something. It's what? Her mother says, don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I am speaking to you, Amanda? So what does it mean? Her mother asks her not to eat chocolate as she faces pimples problem due to eating chocolate. As Amanda is not looking towards the side of her mother, and that's why she is scolded at that moment, and she is being asked to look towards her side, towards her mother's side. So that's all is there in the fifth stanza. Now let's see the next stanza. As we see in the last stanza, that how Amanda's mother is asking Amanda not to eat chocolates, she also scolds her for not paying attention to what her mother says. So to this, what Amanda responds, what she thinks, what she imagines, let's see and go through this. Amanda says, I am Rapunzel, I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I will certainly never let down my hair. Now, what through these lines Amanda wants to say? Amanda says that she is a Rapunzel. Who is Rapunzel? Rapunzel is a character from a fairy tale that has been captured by a witch. The witch used to climb the tower with the help of long hair of Rapunzel. So here Amanda wanted to be like a Rapunzel, as Rapunzel lives in a tower. So Amanda also wanted to be in a tower. She wants to live there, as she thinks that the life lived in a tower is so peaceful and so unusual. She also confirms to herself that she will never let her hair down to anybody, so that nobody could come to her in a tower, as she wants to live her life in a peaceful and relaxed way. So that's all have been there in this stanza. Now let's go through this stanza and let's see what her mother says once again. Her mother says, stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You are always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. Okay, let's go through this. What her mother says, stop that sulking. Sulking means to show ill humor or offense, especially remaining silent. As you see, Amanda is little bit disturbed. She is little bit upset. So she is not responding well to her mother. So for that reason, her mother asked her to behave properly. She asked her not to be in this bad mood. Don't behave like this. She also says that, Amanda, you are so moody just because of her unstable mood. She further says that Amanda's mood will make the people think that she is being harassed by her mother. Okay, so what we can say? We can say that Amanda is always pointed out by her mother for every small thing, but she cannot react to this. If she reacts, her mother takes this against her sense of pride and scolds her for behaving like this. She further says that if she behaves like this, the people would think that her mother is so dominating towards her child. So that's what we all have observed in this chapter. Here, through this chapter, the poetess wants to convey that children need to be allowed more freedom, as excessive nagging may make them disobedient. and hence they may develop a type of dislike for their real life. So this has been the message from the poetess side. Hope you understood this poem. Please go through this and get it well. So that's it for now. Thank you so much. Take care and good day.